Good morning, Heather. Hopefully you're doing well. Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. Um, you have sound now? I was muted. Okay. Yeah, I hadn't I didn't want to keep y'all waiting, so I was just like, let me go ahead and grab this paper pad and then we can get started. So we have a few things I want to attempt to do today. Nothing major, nothing life earth shattering, a life, altering, anything like that. But it should be some fun. So I have been moving stuff around in my home. I am attempting to get stuff together, and my camera's in a different angle. My lighting is different, so hopefully we can work this out, work it out. We're going to be making some Christmas themed items. So if you are free 99 and you're ready to get this party started, go ahead and grab some of your stuff, and we're gonna start. Now I have this box that's down on the floor, and it's uh, in between my legs, and it's causing some issues because it's causing me to have some uncomfortable ability. It's uncomfortable the way it is, so I'm going to move this box really quickly. So I'm going to go on mute so you don't hear me grunting. And then we'll get started. I love this paper. First, this paper pad I got from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance. Clearance. It was on clearance over here, and I had to have it. Whenever they have paper pads on clearance, I always try to get all of them. I think it was 5.49. Yes, I try to get all of them. Do a quick flip through. I actually have to go to Hobby Lobby today. I need to get a desk cover. Not a desk cover. You know those big things that the people use to cover up, protect their actual desk. I want to get do that, or maybe get a laminate. Oh, look at this snowman. I think back in the day they sold these snow people. It was a set. I love snowmen. Yeah, I like the paper. So we're gonna this is probably my favorite, one of my favorite. It's so plain and simple, but it has that little treated stuff right here on it. I am burning up. Aging is great. Sometimes you become a little bit more wise and sometimes you don't. But I'll tell you, the body temperature that my body goes through on a daily basis, from being hot to overheating, back to hot to overheating, back to hot, it's it's caused me some discontentment, to say the least. Yeah, I'll be right back and I'll tell you all about my heat. All right, so I think we're gonna make this 4 pages. I think. I thought what we could do is try some experimentation as well. We could try this as our page cover. I don't have any type of paper to. I don't have my paper trimmer. The joys of moving your desk, right? Yeah. So I don't know if I'm going through, crossing the yellow brick road to adulthood, but I get hot real fast. I prefer the cold anyway, and I think I told you all earlier this year I had some skin issues from the heat, and it seems like I have one spot that has returned, and that kind of bugs me because all the spots went away except for that one spot. So I don't know if I was overheating in that one spot. I think I could just be uh like hot from doing so much different random silly stuff that's what's causing me to have issues. I don't know. So it's hot. So we didn't eat this yet. But yeah, I am attempting to get organized. Yesterday I moved furniture all day, and then I played I went live on Twitch. So here we are. All right. So I don't have all my tools, of course. See how that shadow is like right there? I don't know. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I have given myself a deadline of completion, and when you tell oh crap. When you tell yourself you got to get something done, you got to get it done. I bought another one of these. I'm not proud of that I broke this one, but yeah, it chipped. It broke in half. And so the piece came out of here. So I'll remember next time in the future to make my sandwiches less chunky, um, and just cut X amount of thing. I don't understand how it could have broken when it says it cuts fabric. So yeah. So we got one, two, three. I think we're gonna do three. That's a weird situation, huh? Three. All right, so we got three, and I'm gonna score these at half an inch. Also, I want to show y'all these things that I got from Hobby Lobby. Now, I am not a big believer in buying stuff at regular price, but these for $1.49 is the price that I spend at Tuesday morning when they had those. So I got them. So this is the red line tape, right? The strong, strong stuff. And this is the half inch, and then this is a quarter of inch. All the sizes that I use. So I got them. And I'll probably continue to pick these up. Hi, Sandra. How you doing today? Hopefully well. I'll continue to just to grab those when I see them at that price because you never know when Hobby Lobby decides to change the price on us. So we got good morning, Chocolate City Sim. How are you today? Hopefully well. We got our 3 pages. And let's go ahead and score. So we want to score at every half inch. I'm going to try to get 2 of these done today. The crew's all here. Now it's time to party. I remember when Deb Hoke's Crafty Cottage was a Stampin' Up demonstrating. She used to come on lives probably before COVID, I think. Maybe during COVID. I think it was 2019 though. And we called ourselves the Hawkettes. Hope y'all had a great family week. Yeah, what she said. I do hope everyone had a great, wonderful weekend or week off or days off or however it's set up. Um, One of my school mom friends said that she has school mom friends and the kids were off just that Friday. I was like, oh, they could be so lucky. I remember when I was growing up, and I grew up in Texas. I don't remember having a whole freaking week off of school. Like, I really don't. Anyone partake in the Christmas sales? Oh, Heather, we need to talk. I am so disappointed. Ranger did not have. They didn't have a sale. They did not have a Black Friday sale at all. At all. All right, so we scored this at every half an inch. And so this will be our first one. And so we're just going to, no, they didn't have a sale at all. I mean, it's okay. I haven't bought any Black Friday anything. I did go to Hobby Lobby, but it wasn't a Black Friday situation. So we got one, two, three. One, two, three. Anybody got a pen I can borrow? Because apparently I didn't think a pen was a part of my craft situation and didn't bring one. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Garcon. This is when I wish my cat was a dog. Because, you can say, hey, Bob, bring me a pen. And Bob would bring you a slobbery, wet pen. But no, I have a Nicholas, and he is like, get it yourself. So one, two, three. All right. Let's cut this thing right here. Somehow I think I did this wrong, but we'll see. I haven't made a book in a minute, I guess. So one, two, three. Yeah, I did it wrong. I did get a couple small Black Friday, but decided to wait until we get back, then make one more order before my big no spending freeze. Listen, ma'am, good luck with that. I I really didn't see anything that I wanted or felt like I needed to have this time. It's so weird. Normally I'm like, ooh, Black Friday, let's go crazy. Not this go around. So I'm just gonna fold all of them. This will make me happier. Because now we have a fan. Yay. But for the most part, I mean, I'm a stamper, so I want stamps, right? Hi, Samara. How you doing today? Hopefully well. Hopefully you had a great weekend. Did you go Black Friday shopping? Heather did. She spent up all her money. No, I'm joking. I got jokes, man. All right, so we got one, two, three. And unfortunately for us, we're going to have to trust my cutting. So we might be doing this thing again. If you're wondering why I decided to turn it around, I didn't want to have to worry about the prefabricated free words. Do they even matter anymore? Apparently not. The prefabricated crease. So we got one, two, three. Hope everyone's doing well. It is the weather here has decided to stop being winter and we are back in spring. It was 70 something degrees yesterday, which is great. Today it feels like a sauna. It's so hot. I think it's supposed to get back cold on Thursday. I'm not quite sure. I prefer cold weather over hot weather any day, but it's crazy. Yeah, look at this. Definitely summer with an occasional 64 is -7 here. You can keep that, Heather, right where it is at. I don't need that in my life. I'm gonna go ahead and use this double-sided tape. And if you are one of those people that I used to be, I really did used to be this person. This board is thick, very thick. So you could definitely use that for something else. I mean, not abuse it like I just did. Cause and look, if you want to make some shakers or whatever, I'm not good at shakers. I'm gonna try. I could try this shaker, right? But no, because I don't want to lose all my good sense today. So we got one, two, three. This is weird. We're gonna try to make this work. We'll see. All right. So red line tape is like the best tape to ever use for sticking certain things down. A lot of professional crafters swear by it. I just know red line don't play. Like red line is that kind of friend you have that you say, you know, I got into it with so and so, and they like, where they at? Let's go get them. That's the red line tape. Like the line tape is that person. If you have a friend, that's what red line tape is. Like it's super sticky. And I always wonder which red line tape is better than the other one because you don't just throw a red cover on and call yourself red line tape. So I don't know. So we're just adhering the tape down. And I don't really care for adhesive tape. I like wet glue. But in general, I feel like the red line tape will do us justice today. Hopefully, it will do us justice. So we got one, two, three. I feel like I should have just put this up like this. I'll do that because that's weird. Although it's like freaking saying one, two, three. We're just gonna do it this way because it's gonna make me feel better about my cutting and taping. uh, yeah. So my son, bless his heart, is on the verge of greatness, right? He's on the verge of greatness until he's not on the verge of greatness. And when he's just being a little random crazy kid. So the school used to provide snacks to the kids last year. And I guess the year before, all up until COVID. Um, and then they stopped. And so some kids don't have snacks. And I am from the kids don't have snack era. When I was growing up, I was on free lunch. Back in the day, free lunch was, they check your income. And if you made it that you couldn't afford certain things, you got free lunch. So I was that kid. I got free lunch. And let me tell you, those little square block pizzas, so good. There's certain foods that I remember from elementary school. That I'm like, where is the lunch lady when you need her? Um, but he was like, Mommy, can we take some snacks to school? I was like, for what? Right? Because food is expensive right now. He was like, because I want to give snacks to the kids that don't have it. Now, when I tell you he's on the verge of greatness, that was a on the verge of greatness statement right there. Right? Like a very kind and generous person. Then other times he's like, I can't find my shoe, and his shoe is right in his face. I'm like, I got an Albert Einstein on my hand. All right. Yeah. Yeah. When they're kind and you're like, oh yes, I've done something right. Until you go into the kitchen and you see, now I'm not sure if you all caught this when they were on sale or at the Dollar Tree for $1, but the Dollar Tree had some cookie tins, those cookie tins with the butter cookies in them. They had those on sale for $1. I think I got them when it was $1. I don't think I would spend $1.25 on them. And they were on my counter. This boy didn't. I had three tins. This child has ate two tins full of cookies. And I told him, I was like, son, like, the one thing that you don't want your kid to have is any medical problems, right? Especially heavy duty medical problems that cost a lot of money or they're in the hospital. Those kind, you're like, no, like broken arms and legs. Yeah, no, 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 no. This fool. So I told him, I said, son, you know, I have to take, and I get it that he does not understand money. He doesn't understand the value of money. I'm sure he just thinks that money just kind of shows up and we have a lot of money and he can do whatever he wants with it because, I take him to the dentist because he has a dang cavity. And my uncle today, he was like, oh, my uncle is so team nephew. And I'm like, sir, this this is not the behavior that you displayed with me when I was a little girl. Um, but it's a behavior he's displaying with my son. He was like, you should be glad it's only one. Say what? I should be glad it's only one cavity. Like who tells an adult that? Like, yeah, girl, you good. You only got one cavity. Sir, I need you to sit down, please. Really, I do. I don't understand that at all. Anyway, I was like, if he stops sneaking cookies and all this other stuff. So my house, you know how you go through those dry zones when you're driving, especially in the South. I don't know about up north, but prohibition, right? Um, dry spots. I said, right now, the only thing I think I have in the house besides the ice cream that I got for myself that everyone seems to want to put their little hands and lips on is some candy canes from like a year ago, 2 years ago. And I only used those candy canes for the Christmas tree. But I told my son, I said, this weekend, I'm going to look at every nook and cranny and get rid of every piece of everything possible. Because if you don't want to brush your teeth, then I'm going to allow you not to have anything that's going to give you these extra cavities. Oh, man. He's just sitting there kind of looking. I said, do you understand what I'm telling you? And he's like shaking his like head, like, yeah, I hear what you're saying, but you need to stop talking, basically. It's what I got from him. He didn't want to hear what I had to say. All right, so we're going to go ahead and burnish these down. And we're going to measure this back out. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hopefully well. So it's like under an inch. I mean, it's over an inch, so about a 1/2 inch. I have some some strips of paper that I could use. When you move stuff around, you become discombobulated. I know I do, so bear with me, please. I am a little bit on the discombobulated side. All right. We're gonna be making some Christmas stuff. This right here is a book, and then I have a few other things I want to make. I'm gonna try to work make them, but some people may not know how to make the book, so I try to make everything like from scratch. From scratch, I guess. So we're gonna make these 1 inch. Yeah, I have some wicked plans in my head. Also, tomorrow, well, not tomorrow, October. December's right around the corner, and I'm gonna try to have better energy for Christmas than I did for Halloween. But we'll be doing some Christmas projects as well. So I'm not gonna make like a video about it, but we have some returning projects, collaborations, and I have a few I want to start on my own. So the first one is 3 on the 3rd is still here. It ain't going nowhere, baby. Um, so 3 on the 3rd is still gonna be here, and then jewelry, jewelry collaboration will be here still. And then I don't know about 10 on the 10th yet. I haven't seen or heard anything. And she could have made an announcement. I just missed it. Um, yeah. So 3 on the 3rd, jewelry making. Are you doing jewelry making? I saw that you had comment on Deb's post. Let me find out Heather, a Jane of all trade. Mm-mm-mm. I remember we used to make a paper ring chain at the beginning. Each day we would remove a link. Really? So I never did that, but we did take the paper and make the loops and make it um to garnish the tree. I may do that with your little friend because he got busy hands and keeps hand on my cookie jar. That's really cool. That would be something fun to do with the kiddos. But I won't take them off. I tried to do popcorn. Off topic, right? I tried to do some popcorn and then I was like, ew. That was one of my most favorite things to do when I was a kid. Oh, yeah, I think we'll do that. I try to do a few crafts with him until he worked my nerves, and then I'm like, go sit down somewhere. All right, so I'm gonna glue this down. I'll ask him. I'll be like, Chocolate City Sim said, would you like to do this project? So before I had a family, my tree was silver and blue. Now it's every dang thing. Yeah, we didn't take the chains. Well, where I we didn't take the chains off. We did make them, and I got plenty of paper to cut up. That'd be fun. We could definitely do that one. But unlike you and Chocolate City Sim, I still don't have my tree up. I'm not a big holiday person of any holiday. As I've gotten older, I become more bitter about the holidays, so I don't do it. Now I'm just going through the motions with the boy. Yeah, I don't really like Christmas like that. I've never really liked Christmas. It's a great holiday. Hmm. Chuck City Sim, how many trees you got? Asking for a friend. Don't tell her that I got yelled at. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, no. She got four. I told you she got one in each kid's room, one upstairs, one downstairs. She probably gonna put one in her garage. All right, Heather. Um, she probably gonna have one outside. Girl, that's a lot. Listen, that's a lot of balls. I'm just saying, baubles and all that. If they're decorated, if they're not decorated, I don't know. How many trees you got up, Samara? Yeah, no. I'm not counting none of them because I got one and that one is on his last leg, so we might not even put up a tree this year. I don't know. I'm not big into Christmas. Really, I'm not. For me, Christmas is work. It's a lot of work. And when I had a job and was employed, I was the Secret Santa organizer, the potluck person, the let's go do this as a unit, a unification of a team. Let's do this. So I'm Christmas out when it comes to that kind of stuff. I do it now for the child so that they'll know that, and I don't want the true meaning of Christmas for my religion to get lost on the commercialization of Christmas. So, but this year, he gonna get a lump of coal, so it don't matter. And plus, I don't want to put all that crap up because it's just me putting all the crap up, him in the way, Nicholas in the way, rubbing up against my leg and jumping in the tree. I don't want to do all that. Yeah, who broke out the Mariah? All the stores. That's who. Shoot, November 1st they broke out the Mariah. They was like, "Ah, come on, Christmas Queen, carry us, honey. Yes, yes." I'm like, really? No. The bad part about that though is December 26th, you won't hear any Christmas music. And although Christmas is one day, the holiday spirit should be more than just one day, in my opinion. Again, the commercialization of Christmas has ruined Christmas. But I have different beliefs than people. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just putting this line not on the crease because then it won't close. So I'm putting it on top of the above the crease, if that makes sense to you. Above the crease. Right there. I drank 2 bottles of water before I started streaming today, y'all. That wasn't very smart of me because I am going to have to get up shortly and go potty. And although it's not an inconvenience, it's a disturbance in the force because then my hands have to get adjusted to the temperature once I wash them, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So now we're just going to stand this one up. You have your tree up yet, Samara? Bear Crafty's not here, but I think she has her tree up already too. She's another Christmas geek. Um, when it comes to like the holidays and stuff like that. Yeah. We'll put ours up this weekend. Well, I'll put it up this weekend. I think next year, if my son if my son is right, I'm gonna get him an electronic train and I'm gonna get a good tree at the end of this year. And hi foster mom, how you doing? And I'm going to that'll be his semi expensive Christmas present. But we'll see because I have to see if he's still into breaking stuff. And if so, then he won't get it. Cause is it foster mom? I'm here. That's all I can say. I hope you're better than I am. Wow. I wanted to be one of those people, but I'm just not Samara when it comes to the holidays. When I was younger, I was like, when I have kids, every holiday, we're going to be that family. We're going to put up Easter decorations. We're going to put up, you know, we're going to have a little Irish guy out there with a pot of gold for St. Patrick's Day. We're going to do it so big. Mm-mm. I think the reason why I don't is because my neighbors are always competing. First of all, I don't like what I'm about to say. I'm not one of these people that's like, "Ooh, look at me. I got reindeer and sat on a tree. Oh, you got reindeer and sat on a tree? I'm gonna go get some lights. Oh, you got lights? I'm gonna go do this. You got this? I'm gonna do this." And it's nice. It's a friendly competition. Um, in one of the yards is some reindeer, and it says "Joy" with some big balls, the baubles, the ornaments, and in another one is some reindeer like eating carrots on the ground or whatever, and then that's it. I think it's only two houses on my street that are decorated. So what I was going to do, and I still might do it, I have to talk to the little guy. I think we might just put some lights in the tree outside because he's 7 now, right? So I only have a few years left to be over the top with Christmas, right? I have a few years left to be extra. So we're going to put this in our spine and give it some stabilization. Um, my mom, this lady, she when she lived in Rosenberg, Texas. I had been long gone, not in the house anymore. But when I would go visit her during the holidays, she'd have the balcony wrapped 'cause she lives in an apartment. The balcony would be wrapped. It had those little snowflake trickles down, and the tree. She had cookies out. I was like, "Who the heck these cookies for? It's just you and your husband." She was like, "I know, but," and I was thinking about that today, because when I was a little girl, we used to have baskets. Y'all remember those baskets that used to have like these big, delicious red apples and oranges and like little peppermints, wrapped up peppermints and Hershey Kisses and walnuts and all kinds of like acorns and things like that. That used to be like on the table. I guess a cornucopia maybe without the gourds or whatever. But it was on a table, and when you walked in the house, it smelled like joy. Oh my goodness. I was like, shoot, we're gonna do that. That's the one thing that I would love to do. I'm gonna go ahead and one, two, three. That's the one thing that I would really, really love to do. But I tried that one year. I had a roommate, and we used to do Christmas. Not big, but we would do Christmas. People always came to our house and ate, or we went like it was always like a big get together, more of a potluck Christmas, a friends like a friendsgiving, but it was friends Christmas, I guess. And I tried that one year trying to find the nuts and stuff. That stuff, ma'ams. Oh my goodness, it's so expensive. I was like, mm-mm, we just gonna have to have a bag of apples. A bag of apples. I bought apples, some red, green apples, because I was like, I'm gonna get the green apples this time because I usually get red apples. The natural candy of the earth gives me extra. I get extra like goofy high, like bouncing off the wall, and apples definitely will do it. So I'm gonna put this again, like I said earlier, right above the crease. But I had bought it for the little one for school, so he can get some fruit in his diet, so I don't have to lie to the doctor. "You getting any fruits and vegetables?" Yes. Okay. And plus, it's better. Nature's candy is better than the other candy. So, but nonetheless, I tried to get that whole basket situation. It was expensive to do. They may already have some made, but I miss those. And I was telling Chocolate City the other day that I love the Brock's nougat candy, the the Christmas candy. It's like taffy. Those are like during the holidays. Those used to be my favorite candies. But they're a little bit on the cheaper side. They still are expensive, but they're cheap candy, so they definitely mess with my teeth. If I eat too many. And I used to always chew them, and then you take a deep breath and you get that cold sensation in your mouth. I love that. Now, those are good memories of the holidays. And that's what I want to make sure that I give my child good memories, not, you know, like the paper thing. I think he would love that because he likes making messes, and I can just go ahead and cut the strips of paper. I can have him pick his, a couple of favorite colors, and we could do that, and that would be good for wrapping a tree. Because I have a cat, I don't get tinsel anymore because my cat is crazy. All pets are. Let me just go ahead and say that. But I feel like he would definitely eat the tinsel and ingest it, and that's not good for them. All right, so this is off a little bit. We're gonna leave it because we use red liner tape, and red liner tape is not forgiving. So let's go ahead and pull out our papers. Um, so yeah, we might do that this weekend. So I'm thinking that I saw a few images that I want to try and use. I want to use these right here. We only have 6 pages. We got the front page. We got one, two, three, four, and then the back. And I stopped like decorating the back as much. So I think I'm going to try to find these two and see what they have. And we're going to try to make these almost similar. But I always like to, you see, and this is a very good thing. I don't know if they have these papers anymore, but it's 3 designs of each because they know Brandy will jack up one, right? This could be Halloween paper if you wanted it to. I see Beetlejuice. I'm not sure what y'all see. So I'm gonna take one of these. So that's one. Yeah. My son was like, He was asking about how Santa got in the house because we don't have a chimney, right? We don't have a fireplace. And his dad was shooting him a line of nonsense. And I was like, don't believe that. Please don't believe that, son. And so he was saying something the other day. He was like, Mommy, like once he's thought about, like he marinades is a good word. He would meditate on the word of whatever you just told him for a while. And once he's determined that you have made up the story, he won't believe anything that you say. Like his dad told him something silly, and he was like, Daddy, I don't believe you. And it's funny to me, right? But I have to be the one to say me like, don't say that. So my husband had told him that he had X-ray vision. And so of course my son is in the superheroes right now. So he believed him. And I was like, why are you believing this nonsense? Like what are you why you believe that? Right? And he was like, because daddy told me. Santa is not a part of the Marvel universe. I am so sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but he is not. And so um now he's under. Okay, look, this is a game reference, and I think only Chocolate City will get it. But look, they won't fit on here. Dang it, they won't fit. I mean, we could cut his hind leg off, but I've did enough of a decapitation of animals and girl stamps for a while. Oh, really? Yeah, no. Yeah, so my husband was telling him something, and my son was like, Dad, I don't believe you. My husband was like, boy, what you say? I was like, well, you really don't have X-ray vision. I don't want to lie to my child in that way. Um, it's other ways that you're already telling fibs to them. You know, a complete stranger comes in your house and puts presents under your tree for being good. So we were having that conversation yesterday, right? As we were driving home, and he was like, "Mommy, do you think Santa's gonna get me something?" I was like, "I don't know, probably not." He was like, "But Santa got me stuff last year and I was bad." I said, "Oh, well, maybe he's gonna take the stuff back." And he was like, "No." So we're gonna go ahead and cut this at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. It's gonna be 5 1/2. 5 1/2. I'm not sure why your husband is under the impression that Santa's in the Marvel universe, but I mean, long as he still believes, that's the magic of Christmas, right? Believing in something that's not there. These two playing this game together is about to drive me. Oh, what game? What game you got them playing? I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I hope these pages look good. I think they will, but let's see. I do hope that if you all have a chance to spread some kindness throughout the month. Oh, yeah. We don't have that kind of stuff in the house because I'm not beating a level for you that you get a chance to do it. Spreadsheet it is. Because sometimes all it takes is a kind word, hello, good morning, Have a great day. Thank you. I think that's what we've lost during the last 2 years, especially with COVID, because a lot of people got jobs, but they don't know how to work. That makes sense. They have no customer service skills. They're very rude. Um, and I do blame that on social media. Remember, I was in college. I was taking a geography class when I lived in Italy, and our teacher was Canadian, eh? And he asked, we had to do a thing about technology or something, and I was like, technology is ruining us. And this is, I think, um, what was available. I don't think anything social media wise was out at that point. I think the only it was around the Napster era, you know. Um, and he said, "Why do you think that?" I said, "Because we have started to rely a lot on social media. I mean, electronics to get us things." Yeah, yeah. That's when I wanted to be somebody. I was going to school, trying to educate myself, get educated. And then, fast forward to 2019, 20, COVID happens, and I have a little guy, and I'm like, I don't want to teach anybody. Well, no, I also taught a card class one day, and I was just like, these people. I feel like if I did a teaching class, it would have to be online because I can't deal with people. The lady was like, yeah, she has some strange tendencies. So I'm going to try to cut this down. I was like, is this really happening? Um, but I had wrote that I had said that social media was not social media, but technology was, yeah, ooh, it was rough, Heather. It was rough. Technology is going to be the downfall. And I said, what will end up happening is we will get so reliant on social media that eventually we will come to this big mindset of I don't want to be on social media anymore. And it's happening. I've seen a lot of people say, um, you know, I'm logging off or signing out for, X amount of time. If I always say if we're quote unquote friends, Facebook or any of those other types of friends, then I should have your cell phone number. I should be able to call you right now on your phone and be like, hey, what's going on? How are you doing? And if I don't, then we're just social media friends, right? That's why I always tell people like, um, here's my number. I had told one of my friends that's when I had Instagram. I was like, I'm not gonna be on Instagram anymore. I got rid of Instagram. Yeah, I don't, like texting stuff like that. Skynet. I saw that story. Did you see? And I actually said that. I don't know about the story, darling, but I actually said that in real life. And I think he thought I was crazy because he was younger than me. When you start to live life, uh, you start to see things as you get older. Things are different for you, right? Like we all can relate to the story I just said about the nuts and the apples and oranges. Some people probably never have that experience as we get older. Nowadays, you don't even wait in line to sit on Santa's lap. You probably can stand in front of some green screen and they can put Santa there. Like, really? Where's the joy in waiting in line and listening to that baby behind you cry? I'll tell you, I waited in line to see Santa. I freaked out and I never went again. So if my little guy wants to see Santa, I take him. If not, we don't go. The last one we went to was in 2018, though, or 19. I think for me, the reason why I let him, not let him, the reason why I do that is because I want him to have those pictures. And, as you get older, you decide what is good for you and what is not good for you in your life. Right now, he don't have that choice. The choice is mine, human. Yeah. I think we'll put this right here. But I also grew up in the era where I had friends who were Jehovah Witnesses and they didn't do Christmas at all. So we used to always have to come up with some funky ways to give them presents. Be like, this is not a Christmas present. This is an I appreciate you friend present. Last time I took my child to see Santa was 1997. Hated the experience and refused to do the same with my other kids. Yeah. Yeah. I've never had a bad experience with taking my little guy to see Santa. Thankfully. I always go like at the start of it and we go to well we used to go. We haven't been in a couple of years like I said, but we go to Bass Pro Shop and my son does not know how to smile properly. Like he knows how to smile in general, but it's like when you say smile, he looks like Jack Nicholson from The Shining. He looks like a little creeper. I'm like, you are such a creeper, man. So yeah. Did I already do this one? Nope. All right, so let's glue these things on. See how this is gonna work out. We need 6 pages. I have a plan for those 6 pages. So I want blue and I want this one. So these are the covers. So that's 2, 3, 4. We need one more page because I don't want to double up. Well, I mean, you know how that is. I I've heard stories of little kids not liking people in costumes. I mean, I can relate. I can understand how that is in general. Let's see. We got this, and this one. I'm gonna pull this one out. I'm trying to go with stuff that's not too treated because I don't want to be messing up my blade too much. So most of these sheets are treated. And I don't want to do the black and white dots just yet. I mean, we can pull it out as a last resort if need be. We could. Let's do this one. And I'm trying not to be so wasteful in the paper making only because, goodness. Wait a minute. I didn't see that. Mm. I'm glad it wasn't a snake. That's all I'm saying. Because somebody would have got bitten. So, yeah. So, 3 on the 3rd, 18th of the month, I have a project that I'm going to be working on, hopefully myself. 4 1/4. I think 10 on the 10th is coming back. And then I know it's supposed to be a Halloween card on the last of the month, I think. No. Also the kit. Did you watch the lollipop video I sent you? Yeah, I did. I had already seen that thing. Did you want me to say something back? Like, did you make it? Are you making those? I think, is that it, Heather? I think that might be it. It's like one card, right? No, I'm not making them. What I look like? Is that why you were looking at my pool noodles in the back of my car yesterday? That's not why I had the pool noodles though. I had the pool noodles for a minute. 4 1/4. The pool noodles are for a wreath. And plus I got the pool noodles before they daggone raised the price up. But now they all smushed. I was gonna I think I was gonna make swords or something with for the boy. Yeah, 3 would be great. I don't really this year what I plan on doing with the cards that I make is I'm gonna just probably the if I don't get my sugar honey iced tea together, right? One. Oh, these are the ones we not do then. So one, two, three, four. What I plan on doing is attempting to send them all out in little kits. Yeah, go ahead. I don't. Some of those quick crafts are a waste of time. For me, they're a waste of time. Um, Not because they wouldn't be fun to do, but because they're a waste of time in doing them. And then what you're gonna do with them? I have a problem with making large projects and storage. I have an issue with storage, storing them. So, like, even you can ask anybody I've talked to about swapping 3D projects. Like, so what? I have a project that I haven't mailed out yet, but I'm like, what are we doing with these? Like, what's the purpose? And the person was like, just a swap. I was like, oh, okay. That makes no sense to me, but sure. And so when I told her that, she's thought about it. She was like, you're right. And I don't want to be right about these projects. I need some clarification about why the heck are we swapping a box that measures 10 by 10? Because you got to figure out how to mail that thing as well. So we're going to go ahead and use some wet glue on here. I have a few things in mind that I want to do with these little books. I want to make like 5 or 6 of them. So hopefully off camera, not today, because my shoulder is hurting. I slept so good but bad yesterday. So for you all that don't know, I play video games. Like, I wouldn't say I'm a hardcore gamer, because in my head a hardcore game is the person that like probably has like a bunch of containers of urine sitting next to them, and they have some type of, they're not getting nourishment. In my head, I'm probably an old school hardcore gamer, but in general, I game, right? I game, and I spend time with a few of the people that I have come to really, well, some of them, some I'm like, take them or leave them, but a few people that I've come to really enjoy gaming with. And so last night we played this game called Fallout 76, and it's supposed to be like a post-apocalyptic futuristic game. It's weird. I still question the motives behind it. But anyway, and then Chocolate City Sim was playing Cyberpunk last night. My favorite game to watch. I after watching you do that scene last night, a golden potato. No, I didn't get a golden potato. Um but after watching, I haven't, if you're talking about Dreamlight Valley, I haven't played Dreamlight Valley in a minute. I got on there the other day and it was not raining in my game, so I left. Um but I went to sleep and I dreamt about it. In Dreamlight Valley? A code for a potato? Oh, I'm good. Yeah, whenever the new update, I'll probably start playing it December 5th again. But needless to say, I dreamt about Fallout and Cyberpunk combined together. I don't know what. Well, I went to bed fairly late, I think. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this little strip of tape off. It's bugging me. So this is gonna be the cover, our first one. And what we're gonna do, well, it won't matter. But I was gonna say we could use an opposite side, but since these are going to not the same household, it won't matter. People won't know. They won't know the meaning. I bought some ornaments, some baby ornaments from Hobby Lobby, and we'll be working on that project soon. What I want to do, I really, really want to try to make like a 45-minute to an hour and a half long video and do some premieres, but I don't really have time to mental time to do that right now. So we may have to start doing that next year. I won't tell you about my projects that I have coming to the channel only because Um, it might not happen, right? It might not happen. But I'm going to be doing all things Krima the next month, the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks. And then we'll be back at normal stuff. Christmas and um, will be a thing of the past until October, right? Because that's when Christmas starts in October. Have y'all seen that meme? It's like Santa Claus driving, and it's the turkey driving, and it's a witch driving, and he's in their lane. And they're like, "Get out of the lane!" No, I like crafting Christmas. I like the joy and the memories that I can create for myself and other people for Christmas stuff. I'm not a Scrooge, but I'm that person that's like, "Oh, it's a holiday. Okay, I get the day off to play The Sims." That's really how I always view any holiday, right? Um, I think just because I have to work so hard for the holidays that it's not as pleasant as it could be for me. And it's all about me, right? Like I'm being very selfish with that statement. I don't want to wake up and have to see. And this is the thing, and this is why I love mommies so much. I appreciate the mother or the father that cooks all through the night. When they say not a creature was stirring, the daddy or the mama, whoever the cook in the house, they're stirring. They're making sure your sweet potato pie is nice and delicious. That pot of whatever you make for the family is good. If you make apple cider from scratch, the hot cocoa, the marshmallows, whatever the heck it is, they're doing that. I am not that person. I like to go to sleep and wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning and craft, or 5 o'clock in the morning and craft. I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock on whatever day before Christmas is and cook. And you wake up at 8 o'clock and be like, "I'm hungry." You need to get you a bowl of cereal then, because we're not having Christmas dinner at 8 o'clock. That's just my mindset. I've already went to the grocery store. I've stood in line. I've got all of the food that we need for Christmas. I boiled the potatoes. I peeled all this. I smashed the eggs. All the stuff that we need for whatever the heck it is. I do not. I don't want to. No, I just don't want to. I'm sorry. Talking about it is making my neck tense up. I blame Chocolate City Sim. I'm just saying. All right. If you ever buy a paper pad and it doesn't have dots on here, if you don't sit your buttocks back in that chair and hang out with us, madam. Oh gosh. I hope that makes sense though, because my mom used to do that. I remember. I'm like, can I lick the spoon? That was my contribution to whatever she was making. I was a taster, but as I've gotten older, even when she was still doing that and she was still alive, I'm like, "Ma, Christmas is, tomorrow." I have a friend who starts cooking for Thanksgiving Monday. She goes all out. She makes a 20,000 course meal. Tell them people at your company that you are hanging out, and you never mind, because they pay the bill. That pays the bills and buys the games. I'll see you when you get back. I don't know if I'll be back. I don't know if I'll be here after 29 minutes though. We should be here though. We should be here. We really should be here. I don't know. So we're gonna give a few things a couple of new tries. We're gonna give this crocodile eyelet situation another chance, just so you all know. So if you are a crocodile expert, I'm gonna need all of the assistance that I can get. I do think that if you decide to use wet glue on any of your projects, if you rub it in a lot, it won't bow as much. Because I was looking at a few of the cards that I had made with the other glue that doesn't is not water soluble, and even though it didn't warp the card, it still it adhered so well to the paper that it still bent it, and it wasn't like a ripple effect from when you put too much water or too much wet glue. It was more like I'm gonna push, like when you draw water out of clothes and you like wring it out. It had that effect more so than the other effect. So I don't know if I was telling y'all, maybe it was my Twitch chat. I was talking about Bob Ross, right? I would like to challenge anyone who wants to do a Bob Ross challenge with me, not together, but together. Okay. So what does that mean? We will pick our Bob Ross video and we will Bob Ross it up. And from there, we will share our creation. It could be on social media or YouTube. I've been wanting to do it for a while. I have all these canvases. So I'm going to watch probably one with some water in it or some sky and see the materials that I can use that I already have. Um, I find it so interesting that a lot of artists always say we need some yellow ochre. Like what is this color? Um, so I don't know if I have all of the colors that he has because I'm not going to the store and buying new paint. I remember when Bob Ross used to be up in Hobby Lobby, and then a few years ago they took him out. And then I watched the Bob Ross documentary, and I was like, interesting. Um, it's, if it's true, if that is true, it's very sad. If that's a true documentary, some documentaries don't be true. It's the perspective of the person that's doing the documentary, but it's kind of sad. Yeah, I was a PBS kid. I used to watch Bob Ross. So on Saturdays, I watch Saturday morning cartoons, Bugs Bunny, all those people, Transformers, She-Ra, He-Man, Jackson 5 when they were on, all the cartoons, because we had basic television. We did not have cable. I don't even know if cable was around when I was first here. So spoiler alert, the people that have the Bob Ross Corporation, incorporated or whatever, is not his son. The way the documentary comes across is that they stole Bob Ross's likeness and image from the family. Um, and apparently, it's people out there doing Bob Ross forgeries. So I'm not sure. Um, the bad thing about Bob Ross dying at a relatively young age, in my opinion, is that I feel like maybe his death could have been prevented, even though, when your number is up, it's up. The reason why I say this because, he worked in the studio with the lights and stuff, and he had, he did wet paintings. So the canvas, he had all that turpentine, well, paint thinner and stuff like that. And he was breathing in those fumes because I think he had sarcoma. So I feel like that could have probably been prevented if he had an open area. Or a different type of venting system for the paint that he used. I think that maybe I'm not saying he could still be here today, but he could have probably lived a little bit longer because something similar, not with painting, with what's this man's name? He did Sesame Street. Jim Henson, they said he died from I think, a aortic aneurysm. And from what they said about him was that he was taught never to complain, and so he never complained about his sickness, and then he died from it. Like once he went to the doctor, it was too late. He died. So we're gonna use these right here because that looks great to me. What about y'all? Can you see the difference? Can you spot the difference? Or should I stop being so chinchy? No, 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 no. I'm not gonna stop being chinchy. It's perfect. Look at that. Perfection. Yeah, so if you look at it, I feel like it's not a biased, it's biased. Yes, it is biased, but I feel like it's not as biased as um you might believe that it could be, because the people that own it, own his rights and stuff, really, really don't come off and say anything. They also said he had an affair with the lady, and she was, they was like that didn't happen. His son said it. I mean, I don't know if it's true or not. But then they showed some of the clips of Bob Ross talking about life and things like that. And it looked like he was in hell. He looked so sad. Like it just did not look like it was a good place, a good thought place to be. So, I mean, do I believe it? I guess I could believe it. Let's see. Yes, sad. And so, you want to support him, right? You want to support Bob Ross, but you don't want to support the corporation if it's the true thing that they are doing it, because his son was like, I'm going to sell paints with the Ross name. I can't remember his son's name. And they was like, it would be whoever, I think it was his lawyer or something. It was like, it would be best if you didn't because you don't want to get sued. Could you imagine not being able to use your own name because of a company trying to sue you? Because they don't want it to be associated with Bob Ross. The thing is, he was on the TV show, his son. They have so many like memes about that one because it seemed like his son was being sexual in nature about it, and they showed about beating the devil off. And I think that's one of the things when they said, "See, Bob was trying to send us a message. He was encoding it with that." So if you watch it, it's very interesting, and it is a bit sad when you think about it. Because we love Bob Ross, like we love Bob because he seems so good and wholesome and just an amazing man. And then to see that his legacy is semi tarnished with untruths, maybe, or people stealing stuff from him and not allowing his kid to eat, basically. Give me 1 second, please. I will admit his son looks like he has been through some things, though, so I don't know. We're going to take this Mermaid Lagoon with no back, of course, never have a back. And then this, thank you, this one right here. I bought these, and I feel like these are not the same. These mini blending foams, these don't feel the same as the older ones. The older ones seem more absorbent and allowed more of a release than these do. So I don't know why our little strips dry. Yeah. So I mean, I I I watch things the wrong way probably. I watch some and then I fast forward a little bit. Then I watch some. Like recently, I was watching the Bill Nye documentary, and it was very interesting. And one way they were saying that he's still obsessed with celebrity. I didn't finish the whole documentary. I didn't finish watching it. And then another way they were saying like he's messing up because he did a debate with one of the naysayers, the people that don't believe that global warming is happening. And my thing is, say what now? Really? Why does he annoy you? Bill Nye, the science guy. Well, I'll tell you, one of the scenes in there is this thing called epistaxis. No, that's a nosebleed. Well, it's similar to epi somebody. You lose your balance and your body doesn't respond properly. And his dad has it, and his sister has it, and his brother has it. And he said something that I was like very like, wow. He said he has survivor's guilt if it's a thing. That's what he said, right? Which I thought was very interesting that he would say that like that. That he didn't get it. Like he feels kind of bad that he doesn't have it and his family does. I don't know. But they said that Bill I'm gonna keep talking about him, Heather, just for a few more minutes and then we'll be off of Bill now. He was discussing evolution with this guy who thinks that there's no such thing as global warming and something else. And I guess I'm in between science and evolution because the man said that dinosaurs and cave people lived together. And I'm paraphrasing it, and I was just like, is that possible? Because I'm assuming that Bill Nye doesn't think believe in God because he believes in science, and I think that's where I was like, I'm confused on what's really going on right here, um, because of that. So I wasn't tracking it the best I should have or could have been. So we're just gonna glue this down. You know that if you wet or not archival, but distress ink, it will activate again and it will smear some. So if you are worried about that, you should be very careful with what I just did. I distressed it with some distress stain, not stain, distress ink. So the wet glue will make the glue run a bit. Um, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, so I was confused because let's see. I believe that we are over time we have developed from we've evolved. And so the guy's like, well, dogs haven't evolved from anything. They're dogs, they've always been dogs. And so he doesn't believe in evolution. But then I was like, do I not believe in evolution either? And I was like, why don't I believe in evolution? If I do believe in evolution, why do I believe in evolution? And I was like, well, shoot, because you go from in some cases, even though you're not evolving from something else, you are evolving. Like chickens, they go from eggs to a chicken, right? Freaky weird. And I was just like wondering, do I not know the definition of evolution? Because they're saying evolution is the way I interpret it, I could be wrong. The way I interpret them is that they were saying evolution is when you evolve from one thing to something else. And I was like, this is puzzling. This is troubling. Because the man also says that on the ark there were dinosaurs. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna lead this conversation because apparently I don't believe that. So I don't know. But I also think that, Bigfoot might exist, just not in the form that we think it is. And I also think that if mermaids do exist, that they kill people. So, um, like I said, I'm not the best person for that conversation. So I just left it to those two people to do it. And I remember Bill Nye from when I was a young girl watching him. I also remember Beekman's World, the guy with the rat. I was just like, okay. Because I always thought Beekman was the guy from, he's not. I don't think he is. from Seinfeld, Kramer, because he had that crazy looking hair. But he's not. Anyway, please forgive me if I went off on a weird tangent of what? All right, so in my head, this is just going to be a quick little flip book of sorts, right? And PBS was so amazing, so amazing, so amazing. All right, so we got these two. We can definitely use those two. No peeking. Oh, look at the snowman. Snowman. I'm gonna go words. What are they? I have no clue because I can't speak words. Ho ho ho. We're gonna do one, two, three, four, five. Yeah, PBS was on that good back in the day. I still watch like I haven't watched it in a while, but Dinosaur Train. I've watched Dinosaur Train. Um, and they have this one with the little girl that does the counting. She is a bit annoying in my opinion, but I think she's pretty decent too, for the most part. I don't watch PBS that much anymore because it's not my PBS, right? Like people say, not my whatever, and you fill in the blank. It's not my PBS. So we got some stamps. I mean stickers, because I feel like when you make these little books, you definitely need some stickers. So we're gonna do this one first. Let's move this out the way. And I'm just looking at some of the stickers that I do have out. Okay, here we go. And I thought, now here is when we're gonna do a little bit of a different project. I bought these because I was like, yes, these would be so cool to work on. These are snow globes, but I need to see if this will fit properly. Oh, would you look at that? It fits. Okay. Now, I am not a big believer in them putting years on to stuff. I feel like that's a bit rude. One, if I don't use it this year, then I got to figure out how to make that 2 or 3. That's just rude. So we got our snow globe, and I'm going to look at this picture. Now, I always buy these when I see them at the craft stores. No, that's a lie. When I see them at Dollar General, I will buy them if they're $1. That's a true statement. And the reason why I do them that way is because they're $1. You can't go wrong with them. But this thing is $7. But it was on 60% off. Samara was 60% off. That's all I'm saying. You could get one, and you and the grandkids could sit there and y'all can make 24 of these. These would be great to give to your little classmates. Not your classmate, but their classmates. And it's stickers. So I really didn't get it to make no dang snow globe. I always see something and I'm like, oh, I can do something else with it. So let's move this out the way. And we're going to just follow the picture. I also think that this foam will go bad after a while. Like the sticky stuff will not be sticky anymore over time. So we got our one little snowman. Let's move on. We're going to give him a candy cane because that's what the picture says. Let's give him a hat because he's naked. We're going to tilt it this way because he's like, good day, my lady. Now, let's give him a scarf and a present. I think we're going to go with the green polka dot. So if y'all see my 3 1/3 and y'all see this right here, don't judge me. Don't judge me at all. The only thing is these are foam, and so if you don't put them directly on the thing, it looks like that. You see how it's kind of bent. So you want to make sure that you adhere it down, even though it's not going to be all the way. All right, and then so we did the polka dot present. So we're gonna do a polka dot scarf because why not, darling? Why not? Yeah, they should have put the date on it. And there we go with that. We're gonna put this back up because we're trying to keep our desk neat into tomorrow. So that didn't take us a long time with that situation, and we have a front album cover, front little book cover. I feel like these would be great for me to make and give them to my family, although I don't have that many people to make it for. So, but if you have a larger family that you like to send stuff to, that would be perfect. I'm gonna take that tag piece off, and now I want to see. I thought I saw something that said Snowman Crossing. I could be wrong. I probably didn't see that. I imagined it. And then we got a little bit more stickers. I'm telling you, Samira, I'm not sure if you are just ignoring my pleas of go to the store and spend your money. But Hobby Lobby is where it's at. Look, these only cost under $1. You can't even get that at Dollar Tree. Under $1. And you notice I only bought the $1.99 stuff because she cheap. All right. And I think we can do this one. We'll see if it works. All right. So let's put this to the side. So we got this as our cover. And I wanted to put something here. But it didn't work. All right. So let's just go ahead and glue this down. Thank you so much, Heather. Now this might not work properly for me. I may have to get some more aggressive glue because this is Aleene's tacky glue, and it gives you some time to work with it. We'll see. So what y'all have for breakfast if y'all had breakfast? I didn't have breakfast yet, did I? I had ice cream because I'm an adult. And if I want ice cream in the morning, you know what? I'm going to eat ice cream in the morning. And I also recommend it for little kids too, and middle kids, and old kids. I watched this documentary. No, it was like a 10-minute message on one of the oldest living war veterans. He was 100 and something years old. He smoked cigarettes, and he said he ate a thing of ice cream every day. He smoked cigarettes and he drank a little bit of wine, I think. I was like, "Ooh," but it's probably cut from a different cloth. Just coffee. You coffee drinkers always make me laugh. I saw this lady that had a shirt on yesterday that says coffee. Seriously? Like, are you really asking me if I want coffee? Duh. Of course I want coffee. All right, so we're gonna put this right here, and we're gonna make it into a little pocket. And then on this side, we're gonna put this little reindeer because that's why we bought it, to use it up. Now I want to tell y'all that I am very, 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 very much into gingerbread. Yeah, I drink tea. I spill the tea too. Which one would you prefer? No, I drink tea. I'm not. I I'm not a foo tea person, but I tried to be. Did I never told you that story, Heather? I tried to be a foo tea person. My favorite tea is yummy tea. I would have to say, if I were being completely like transparent, have you ever heard of Tavana? They have this tea. It's like a pomegranate peach tea situation. I like fruity teas. Not strawberry though. Not I don't like strawberry. Any drinks mixed with it besides like strawberry banana shake. So if I were going to get some tea, it would probably be one of those tangerine. Yeah, like those. You know, those citrus ones. In my opinion, They just do something to you. But I like a peachy kind of tea, peach tea. So yeah, like when I first moved here, 2012, my friend and I had went Christmas. We had went to the mall for Christmas, and we went to the fancy mall. The fancy mall is very overwhelming during Christmas time because it's the fancy mall for one, and it's a lot of people in there that think they're fancy, right? And so I was like, "Oh, they have tea." My dumb butt. Why did I say that? I was like, "Y'all have any like tea like Lipton?" And he was like, "Oh, we don't do bag tea. We only have loose leaf tea." And I was like, "Well, show me this loose leaf tea." Tavana, right? So we go in and they have jars of tea and it smells like money, right? And by it smells like money, it means like I'm going to spend a whole bunch of money. So we go in there and they're like, yeah, this oolong tea, this is one of Oprah's favorites, and this is this and this is it. I'm like, I don't care about Oprah. I'm not care about Oprah and her tea drinking because Oprah not paying for this tea. I'm paying for this tea. So anyway, I got some tea, a lot of tea. I had the German rock sugar, I had the loose tea, I bought a Tavana canister. I have this blue mug with the tea and it tells you how long to steep it for. And my opinion is it's I'm gonna use the tea when I use the tea. But then a couple of years ago, I went to Tavana again and it was no longer there. It was a new spot, a new name, a new tea spot. And that tea company is no longer there either. I'm like, what? This is not a good spot for tea, I see. All right, so we're gonna put this cute little snowman here because he's gorgeous. And this is an old one. This is from last year. Yeah, it is a lot of work. Because all the steeping and stuff like that. Um, but I guess I like that knowing. I don't know. I still screw it up though. All right, so we got this here. Um, I don't have my cards out. We're gonna make. I think we can. Can we make some Christmas tags? We can't. Oh, baby. Yes, we can. So what we're gonna do is cut these down. Okay. Hopefully y'all are be able to follow along with this project if you're gonna make this project. It is very fun. Yeah. What's your favorite tea? What's your favorite candy? What's your What's your favorite paper company? My favorite paper company is Die Cuts with a View. I feel like Die Cuts with a View is just a classy. Right now, I don't know if they out there doing something crazy, but I feel like they're a classy paper company. Honestly, let's see. This is four, so we're gonna cut them at three. Three. So we'll get four strips. I'm glad I can do a little bit of mathing because paper crafting is all math. Man, goodness. Or guesstimation, which I'm all about the guesstimation. So we're going to cut on a black line. Is that 5 1/4? Now, fractions, I'm not good at. I hate fractions. Okay, 5 1/4. Let's see what I'm about to do to this reindeer. Chop him up. Let's do right here on the blue then. Who is Yogi? Earl Grey. That sounds good. I was sick a few years ago, and somebody was like, "You should get some of this tea." I got that tea and got sicker. It's like, what are you trying to do? But I was sick. Like I was, maybe it was last year. I was sick. I was so sick. Oh my goodness. I just knew it was the end. I was like, please, Lord, don't take me like this. Not like this. I'll be better. I promise. And here I am, being better. Yay me. All right, so here we go. So we made three little tags. I think I've seen yoga. You know what, T? Sorry I had to leave for a minute, Mr. Brandon. I was definitely talking about you. Definitely. I definitely was this time. I think I asked you a question. I don't remember what it was, but your friend, your cohort probably will remember. I said I was. Like, I ain't gonna back down from. I don't remember what I said though. That's the thing. Like, I'm sorry. I don't know what I said. Oh, I was telling you to go to Hobby Lobby, I think. All right, so you see right here, we're just gonna take this, turn it over, and put it across like this. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. See, yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so now we got our little chunky tag, and now what we're gonna do is just turn this over this way. And now we have these two, right? See, one tag, one tag. And you can just cut it like that. Heather, I know you're not talking. Tell me I got a few things, but I'm gonna do one last big shot before the freeze. you know, the fact that you said your husband was in the military and he slapped his brother, I just want to say that I love that. I feel like that's what he would do. And I am not enabling. I haven't enabled in the last 20 minutes or so. What are you talking about? Sandra, I'm not sure if you're still here, but I have definitely been on the verge of yanking my guy out of school and homeschooling him. But the major thing that's stopping me is that I like freedom, and I feel like my son would push all of the buttons all at the right time, and I would be on the news. Listen, I was talking about these stickers. They're under, look, this whole thing of candy cane, 24 pieces, right? Under a dollar because they have $1.60. I mean, 60% off. So let's see how much we really paying for these things. $1.99. Look, you're paying 80 cents. 80 cents. 80 cents. 80 cents for this. That's cheaper than a daggone Dollar Tree. You do need stickers. I'm not sure what for, but I just feel like you need stickers. Trash. You know what? Don't get the stickers. Don't get the stickers. These are foam stickers. They're not just stickers, they're foam stickers. She said, I told you I don't need that. What about the Christmas paper? What about the wood veneers? Do y'all like gingerbread houses? I would like to make a gingerbread paper craft project house, not a real gingerbread. All right, so we got three tags that we just made, which I love to death. And we're going to, oh, see, look, this is a sticker. This is a sticker, this is a sticker, that's a sticker. And we did that. See what I'm saying? All right, so now we're going to take some ribbon because the one thing I would tell you don't buy is ribbon. If you don't need all that dang ribbon. That's for sure. If I can go back and say, girl, do not buy that ribbon, I would definitely go back and tell myself that because shoot, that's a lot of ribbon to buy. And then a lot of people be trying to figure out how to get rid of the ribbon. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I'm not gonna keep it and figure out how to use it. I'm just gonna get rid of it. I have a container already that I've started because I don't need the ribbon. I don't use it enough. But I did buy a Bodabra a long time ago, not recently. I think it's still in the garage. Hopefully it's in the garage. And I was like, I can just make bows. And I had got it at the thrift store for like $2. As my 4-year-old everything. And everyone needs stickers, including the bathroom cat. You know what I'm saying? I had that issue for a while. We had stickers on the freaking floor, and you know that crap, that sticker adhesive, whatever they use until you try to use paper crafting, sticks good. So we're gonna go ahead and just make us some little tags. Now, if you had your, which I don't, but you had your little stapler right here, that would be cute to staple. So we'll help it out in the sticking. No, you know what? I ended up having to get some Goo Gone and rub it in. I was like, my thing is, why do you do that? Why would you do that? So I don't buy stickers for him, but everyone else does. So now when he wants to use stickers on stuff, I'm like, for what? He was like, because I want to glue this. Like I had bought him a few Thomas books, and they have stickers, and I said, you cannot use the stickers. He's like, but why, mommy? It's my book. I said, because I said so. You know what? He still used the dang stickers. He's like, here, mommy, here's a sticker. Forehead. Sir, I don't think I look good with a sticker on my forehead, is all I'm saying. I could have used, and I may use twine on the next one, but for now, I want to use some of this ribbon up. And I thought it was a good contrasting color for it, although this one is not doing right by me at all. I'm into tags right now, so y'all just gotta please bear with me. You'll see a few tag projects coming up, and not like tag your it projects. We probably won't get a chance to finish decorating our second book, but we will finish this one. Just gonna apply a little bit of pressure. All right, so now if you've ever seen me craft before and how I make the books, I always want them to be a cohesive book. All the paper in the paper pad should be pretty cohesive, and then we'll add things to it. But this is just a small little book, right? So we got our snowman, and on here I usually put some lines on here. And I was thinking that this probably could have worked out, but it's not because it doesn't have a decent color paper to do. So we'll do that later maybe. And then right here, I feel like this could be a picture, and then I think that this could be a cute little journaling spot. Hopefully, it's not too long, and even if it is, it's okay because it's okay to have a few things hanging out your book. Right, so we got our tags in. We use some tape, so be mindful of that. And then this is cute because it's going to be reindeer. So it says, pet a reindeer, meet an elf, jingle a bell. And we have a little reindeer right here. Can you put this down for? No. Okay. Can push this in a little bit. All right. So um, we just need to do this. And then I put a little sticker right here. So we may actually get a chance to decorate the other one as well. I'm going to put a present here. I don't know where I got these from. I think someone gifted these to me a while back. It's a long time ago. I had some Christmas stuff, and I wanted to use it. Oh, oh, we're gonna put a present right here, and let's go with this red and gold one, green, excuse me, right here. And now just something cute on the side, because I do want to kind of cover up that one little piece. And do I have anything that will cover him up? I could put a snowman right here. Now I'll tell y'all something. The reason why I like to buy more than one sticker paper pack or whatever is because if I use all of my things, then they're all used up and I don't have any more. And my luck is so great that when I go back to the store to try and find another one of those things, they're gone. And I don't, you know, craft stores don't bring a lot of stuff back anymore. And then sometimes they bring the junk you don't like. You're stuck. I'm gonna use some gold. I mean, some white snowflakes because yes, why not? I think. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all one of my projects is going to be use up a whole paper pad. We'll be on that thing into 2024. Watch. But I want to try that one. It's just gonna be my own little private challenge. If you want to join me, you can. I don't know what day it's gonna be yet because I got to see if 10 on the 10th is still going or not. And if not, we'll see. So we're gonna just put like 3 or 4 on here. I haven't been to Michael's. I wanted to go back. I went there that one time and got the white paper, but I wanted to go back and look at the paper that they had on sale for $5 to see if it was really paper that I wanted. And I saw Deb do a haul video. Deb Pokes Crafty Cottage. She did a haul video and she showed some of the paper and they look really pretty. It was only a few passes. I was like, ooh, I would like that in my collection. But then the sorter lady was like, girl, I will slap you. That's what she told me. She said, I will slap you because I didn't need any. So sometimes the best way to avoid spending your money is not going to the store. All right, so this is our first one. What y'all think? We doing okay? What you getting at Michael's? I mean, if you don't mind me asking. I shouldn't have been so nosy. I apologize. If you don't mind me asking. Were you like on a mission to buy something or you just like, I'm gonna go to Michael's today? All right, so for this one, we're gonna do it a little bit different. I think we're gonna put the Santa Claus on here. We're gonna put that on there because naughty and nice. Tree. Let me find out. You should go to Hobby Lobby because all of their Christmas stuff is 60% off. All of their Christmas stuff is 60% off. I was at Hobby Lobby. What day was that? Monday? No, today is Tuesday. Saturday. Saturday. Was it Saturday? Dang, that was a long time ago. And these people was buying up the store. And I was on the phone, I think with Chris. I think I was on the phone with Chris. And this she was saying, which it's weird. They have very little left. Oh, that's very true because everything is 60% off. You know what I'm saying? 60% off. This is the first time Hobby Lobby has done a 60% off Christmas stuff before the holiday. I'm just saying. So I'm bumping this up just a little bit, not a lot. Pump it up. Pump it up. Rub this in. We're gonna put one in the middle too, because nothing aggravates me more than seeing some of my projects that I've put together and it has that one little weird spot where it's sunk in. Now, this is something that I wanted to buy from scrapbook.com because of Wonder Dreamer 555. She always uses that tape, and I talk about her and that tape a lot. I want to buy some, but I don't think mine would be as magical as hers. Like, if you've ever watched her video, she'll tear off the approximate amount, and it just looks so wonderful. And I think I just would like that. Yes, I'm still here going to get some breakfast now. I'll be back in a bit. It's not easy, but you can do it. I don't want to do it though. I mean, I might have to do it. I might have to do it. All right, so naughty and nice. Come one, come all. Right. So this kind of took a different tone, right? More of an adult tone, in my opinion. Unfortunately. Ho ho ho, ho ho ho. We're gonna do. I love this picture. It's cute. I feel like we can rub some Mod Podge over it and give it that glossy shine. Anyway, yes, so pretty. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So we're gonna make this a little pocket as well. Okay. Now we're gonna use these strings on here that came with the really, really. Three. One, two, three. All right. I don't know. I mean, I'm not knocking it, but I never use these things. I hate them. I hate them so much because they end up getting everywhere on the floor. The boy has them tying them around cars and stuff. I just hate these things so much, so much. Did I tell y'all so much? Because so much. It's, yeah, hate them. Look, so much. I was watching this show on Netflix yesterday. It's called Old Enough. I hate it. I dislike it. Oh, I dislike it. But it's a show called Old Enough. I think it's based in Japan, yeah. And they show where they send like 3-year olds, 4-year old little boys and girls out to the market, and they don't make them, but they go shopping and all this stuff. I was like, that's crazy. It's interesting to see. I would probably be freaking terrified. And like when a little kid wants to cross the street, they just make the mama made them a sign. You just raise a sign up, and I swear, what is the purpose of this? Why did she do that? I quit. I'm just gonna throw this in the trash because no, she is not about to have a hissy fit over that. Not about to. Yeah.
Tamara, I wasn't talking. I want to address something really quickly. I wasn't talking bad about you. I was just like, you should go shopping. I mean, that could be bad if, I guess, if that's how one interprets it. But I was not being malicious nor facetious, nor with an intent to cause harm or slander your character. I was just saying that Hobby Lobby has Christmas stuff 60% off. Forgive me. I'm in troubled times right now. All right, here we go. One, two, three. Excuse me, please. One second. Oh, boo. You know what's funny? People always cracking jokes on you, right? Until they need you, and when they need you, it's a dire need. It ain't never like, it's always like, ha 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 ha, you cut paper, you make craft stuffs. My friend is having a baby, and could you make me this book? What's for dinner? What y'all having? We're coming to your house today. I don't know. Uh, I want some French fries. So also yesterday I went to KFC. You want fried chicken? Nice. Went to KFC yesterday, and I did this wrong. I was not impressed with the French fries. They taste funny, so I'll probably have to make my own fries. I don't know. Pizza maybe. I don't know. Some noodles. Today is Tuesday. It's freaking tacos. What do you mean? What's for dinner? It's Taco Tuesday. How dare you insult me like that? No, I don't know. Honestly, um, I don't want to cook, so maybe sandwiches. Sure, I don't know. I have a cabbage, so maybe cabbage. I also need. Okay, so I have a question for all of you lovely people that make holiday meals, and maybe not even holiday meals. Is it dressing or stuffing? I need to know before I come to y'all house and eat y'all stuffing or dressing. Let me know. Stuffing. Heather. Dressing Samara. So I didn't get it. I got one thing of dressing from my neighbors across the street. And I'm a little bit disappointed, although I don't stuff the bird. It's yeah, it's dressing for me. I told one of my gaming friends, she's from the UK. I was like, listen, if you ever go to somebody's house and they give you some dressing, run. I mean some stuff and run. And she started laughing. We're gonna use this cute little elf right here. It's cute. And so my friend, again, she's from Canada, and she was like, "Yeah, I use stuffing." I was like, and so she wrote me a message. And she said, "I could send you some dressing and and mail it to you. I could make you some dressing and mail it to you." And I was like, you sus." It's just a southern. I think it's more southern because I was talking to my uncle about it today, and he was like, "Yeah, it's just southern." I haven't had any good dressing in a minute since 2020. I think um, homemade. What the hell? Go ahead and spill the tea. What you put in yours? I'm gonna put these little candy things right here. Let me see. Stuffing, but I don't put in a bird. But I grew up on both. I don't like dressing though. I don't like so before Heather continues, and I don't like stuffing because people use bread crumbs, and I don't like wet bread like that. So, I think it's disgusting. In my opinion, in my humble opinion, that's just my opinion. I think people that do certain things to food um, perverts it a little bit. So, naughty or nice, come all are welcome. Okay, so we need to put an image here. So we got these little tags. We did all this cut and we didn't even use this mess. See, I feel like unfortunately, I'm partial to snowmen because look at this. This is so much better, better than this, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and put some more of these little. Look, Samara, we're using little buttons, some bells, some jingle bells. Oh, we're gonna put these on the side. Just three. One, no, four. Yes, dressing. First of all, Chris, that's the first difference is dressing. But Florida, y'all consider Florida to be the South. I don't consider Florida to be the South. We're just gonna do two because why not? And they are crooked as all get out. It's okay. All right. Yeah, I when I have in the past made dressing, I made dressing. Um, I don't like the taste of thyme, so I have an issue with that. So I really shouldn't like dressing, but it's so good. Exactly, Samira. Exactly. So I'm coming to your house, babe. I'm coming to your house. Look at me invite myself. Now I was gonna say I pulled out some daggone holly. Not that one. And I want to use it. So we're gonna use this. Although I had fried chicken for Christmas, they had a huge spread. We went to our daughter's house and her other side of the family was there, and they had a humongous spread of food. And her stepdad, so weird, made fried chicken. Let me tell you something. That fried chicken, it had garlic. It had some type of garlic flavor in it, and I like. Since I can't eat lemon pepper anymore because it makes me sick. Whatever's in there makes me sick. That we're gonna use this holly jolly right here. Just gonna burnish it down a little bit. It was so good. It was good. Very, very good. So this is our next page. And I think I'm going to keep this snowman. I thought I had a stamp like this, but I don't. Sad, sad face over here. We're going to put these presents. Where the presents go? This present right here. Samara say my credentials are Georginian. Now hold up. My best friend is from Georgia, and some of the stuff that she do, I'm like, ugh, disgusting. Disgusting. All right, so it is now 11:06, and I have to potty bad, so we will not be continuing. I just want to share with you all what we have created. I hope that you had a great time. Samara Hobby Lobby, 60% off. I know they ain't got nothing you want, but you never know. I'm thinking about buying some junk and donating it to the school because the last week of school before the holidays, or the last few days before the holidays, they do some weird stuff. My son will come home with weird crap. Also, before we go, I want to have a quick talk. Heather, cover your ears. I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas, and it was a cute movie the first time I saw it. It was a cute movie the second time I saw it, which was this weekend. But I felt like it was boring. It was dragging for a minute. Like it just kind of drug on. So this is our book we made together simultaneously, kinda. And this is our side over here. I think they look really cute. These two little buttons. Now I'm going to get better at making these things, and we'll start making a dangle. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I gotta send him to school. He'll stay. We did this one first. This is from Hobby Lobby, and it is an ornament situation. You make 24 of these, so these would be good in a classroom setting. You can make these from your kid, and they can give it to your classmates, and they could put it on their Christmas tree and then throw it in the trash. I mean, that's what I probably would do. um I know, Heather, please forgive me. And then right here, I feel like should be a picture of whomever, or a note stating what this whole little book is for, right? And this is a picture situation as well. More pictures. This is an album. This is not anything but an album. And then on the back, right here, I made these tags because I want you to write on the tags and go from there, right? So, and then I thought this was really cute because it says "Pet a reindeer, meet an elf, jingle a bell," and so you have a little reindeer right there. Yay for reindeer! And as you can tell, we use the same papers and all the same material. And we have two different books, two different looks. And right here, we have this one. This one is heavier for some reason. I'm not sure why. Probably because I use phone tape. Naughty or nice, come one, come on, holly jolly. And then we have these little pole thingies. And then here I put these in the front because you can write on them, and you could, put some stuff here if you like or whatever. Or you can use these as a to from. But these are pretty big for to from. I would probably write on the back considering like what these notes are, and then another picture, and then another picture. Thank you so much, Heather. I really appreciate that. So these are the two that we've made. I am going to keep Christmas in my heart, even though I'm a Scrooge, I suppose. And we will be doing Christmas projects because I like crafting for Christmas. I like doing all the things for Christmas. I'm just not. I think the commercialization of Christmas, even though we're doing that right now, is is too much in my opinion. It's just too much. Thank you so very very much. We will not be making books next week. We're gonna do some napkin stuff. Hopefully, if I can get my act together and find a cover for my desk, and clean up my space, not the website. So I want to say thank you all so much for hanging out with me. I really really appreciate this. I hope that you all have a great week. Um, and we'll see each other next Tuesday. I may try to do some. My son will be out of school in 2 weeks, I think. So I may try to do some pop up weekend streams for us to just hang out and do some cool stuff. So anyway, I want to say thank you all for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.